Hello there. I was just thinking to myself about how if I wasn't already so immersed into the world of crypto, it might seem overwhelming if I was interested and wondering how to get in. And if I was to look at the kind of returns that people get, it would seem somewhat unbelievable, too good to be true. So I was just thinking, for example, about DeFi. What is DeFi? It's basically decentralized finance. It's finance without using the banks as a middleman. And what people are able to do is give their crypto to an organization, and as a thank you for giving that crypto to an organization, that organization will pay you interest. And the interest that you get is far more competitive than the interest that you would get in the banking sector. Now, why is that? Long story short, crypto is still relatively new. It's highly competitive, and everyone is vying for your crypto in order to fund their projects. The banking sector is mature, and over time, although the banks are in competition with each other, they broadly speaking keep the returns that they give to individuals about the same. So there isn't that much to separate them. The same you could say about the energy sector, etc., etc. But crypto is new and vibrant. It's still unregulated. Now, on one level, that may seem scary, but the fact that it's unregulated is what opens it up to so much opportunity. Governments haven't yet locked down the opportunities for ordinary people like us. And if you're someone who embraces this and makes a point of expanding your knowledge, the opportunity to make yourself decent income is there to be taken. So DeFi, for example, there are so many. Okay, for example, think of an exchange. An exchange is where people do their trading. If you're not familiar, an exchange is a little bit like a bank, because that's what a bank does. A bank, when you put savings into a bank, the bank will use that money, and that money will be invested by the bank for them to make money for themselves. The biggest trading sector that banks use to make money is foreign exchange. It's literally billions upon billions on a daily basis. In the same way, crypto exchanges are competing to be able to provide liquidity for their traders, and that's where you come in. I just had to pause and change location because one of my colleagues walked in, so my apologies for that. Some of you may know that I currently work on a part-time basis, so that's just 3 days a week, and that's basically because of because of cryptocurrencies. Anyway, so what I was saying is the exchanges need liquidity. That's cryptocurrency from ordinary people like us, in order to fund the trading that's done by people. There's been a trend for the past few years, and that trend is the fact that Bitcoin is leaving the exchanges. Long-term investors do not keep their Bitcoin in the exchanges. They keep it in cold storage, in part for safety, but in part because they have no intention of getting rid of their Bitcoin. Once you're in the ecosystem, your appreciation of Bitcoin increases all the more. And the last thing you want to do is sell your Bitcoin. Certainly not the bulk of it. So even if you're a trader, most traders would not trade the bulk of their Bitcoin. The bulk of their Bitcoin would be kept in cold storage as a long-term investment. So in order to increase liquidity, the exchanges need to give people like us an incentive to put cryptocurrency, to make Bitcoin available to them for all their activities. And that's why the interest payments are so good in the various DeFi projects that are out there. As I mentioned, I work part-time now, and the reason I work part-time is one of these crypto projects I do, it pays me 3% interest on a daily basis, and the combination of all the little things that I'm doing at the moment actually pays me more than the income that I'm getting from the job that I'm doing. There's all kinds of opportunities. Some of them pay on a slower basis. There's a couple of projects, there's one particular project that pays me every 30 days, and there's another one that pays me every 6 weeks. I don't want to go into too much detail at this point. What I just want to do at the moment is perhaps spark your interest and get you to dig further into all these things. I'm going to put a few links into this, and you can feel free to reach out to me with any questions that you may have. So anyway, I better get back to work, so I'll talk to you soon. Bye.